what up? It's your brother SamAnt. Here at Viral Hip Hop News. Do me a favor, family, before we get started with the content. Y'all know what to do. Go up top and hit that like button. Alright, so we got one of the greatest of all times, without question the greatest comedic writer of all time, Mr. Paul Mooney, writer for Richard Pryor, was on the Chappelle Show doing some of the most classic segments you've seen on the Chappelle Show, as well as touring with some of the greatest music and comedic acts of all time. If you don't know who Paul Mooney is, it's probably because he speaks too much truth. He's one of the most honest, raw, and real perspectives you will ever get to listen to. This is why I'm going to enjoy doing this. This is why I'm going to continue to do this and find the lost files of some of the greatest comedians and real talk motherfuckers of all time. And this brother right here is probably top 5, one of the greatest truth talkers. He's going to go in about a number of things, in particular the compare and contrast of black actors compared to white actors, the black support compared to white support. He talks about Beyonce, he talks about Kanye West. This is about 10 years ago. Like I said, this is the lost files of Paul Mooney. He also goes in on Oprah and some of the gatekeepers, in particular black gatekeepers in Hollywood. Now, we remember Mike Epps when he was on a Breakfast Club talking about Kevin Hart being one of the black gatekeepers now in Hollywood. I happen to like both of those brothers, Kevin Hart and Michael Epps. That being said, you're going to hear some perspective dating back some years ago now from the man Paul Mooney, shedding light on what's going on today and just showing his wisdom and showing how far he is beyond his time, man. So without further ado, take a listen to the man Paul Mooney. If you like what you hear, make sure you stay tuned for the back end because I'll give my commentary on what we just heard. But without further ado, let's get to it. Paul Mooney, let's go.
So you got a book out?
Yeah, Black is the New White.
Really?
It's doing real well, and it's my memoirs and my relationship with the king of comedy, Richard Pryor, my very best friend. So go out and get it. It's an easy read, and Black is definitely the New White, and it's interesting. And you mentioned my favorite hero. You said the rapper.
Kanye West. Yeah,
he's my hero. That's the one that got up on stage and scared that little country and western singer.
Yeah,
I know he's my hero.
What did you think when you saw that?
I loved every minute of it. He was correct. His timing was off, but he was correct. Did you see the little country and western singer's face? She looked like he was going to rape her. Did you see her face?
He didn't know what to do.
She didn't know. She freaked. She froze. But it just, she has a complexion for the protection for the collection. It just helped her. I mean, she's on everything, including my nerves.
Right.
I mean, she
were you mad at Beyonce when she came out there and gave up? Exactly.
I don't like that wild horse. No, I don't like her.
Really?
Because she tried to make me think she's this gracious, young, beautiful woman. That she's like a wild horse. She bucks around and let her have her chance, and it's her time. And if she's that gracious, why didn't she do that with Etta James? She didn't do that with Etta James, and that's her peer.
Oh, can we rewind that now, folks? I remember the Etta James thing.
And she cannot out-sing Etta James. That's Etta James's signature song, okay?
Yeah.
And she should have told the president and his wife, I played her in the movie, but that's her signature song. Let her sing this. That's her. That's her time. Why wasn't she that gracious with her own? Okay, and she should have been. All right, because black people, we're sometimey.
It sounds like she's due for the wake-up call.
She'll get it, but we're sometimey. See, white folks, when they pick their legends, they're not sometimey.
Right.
Marilyn Monroe, all these white women have tried to be Marilyn. Fake titties, real titties, they've tried everything. Fake lips, real lips. And these white people said, no, you're not Marilyn. Next.
Right.
Once they stick like glue. If the queen of show tunes, Miss Barbara Streisand, some young white girl would play her in a movie, and they go to the White House, and Miss Barbara was still alive, security would tell that young white girl, sit down. Miss Barbara's here.
Memories. That's a song.
No, Miss Barbara's here. You won't be singing Miss Barbara's song.
No, that's what I'm saying. Memories.
People, whatever it is.
Yeah.
No, Miss Barbara would have to sing that song. They just wouldn't do it. They wouldn't accept it.
Right.
I don't care who played it. Do you understand?
Right.
They're not having it. You don't get into white folks' backyard. We tried that. We tried to get in their backyard with the Wiz, remember?
I remember that.
That Wizard of Oz stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was in the theater 2 days. Them white folks told us, ease on down the road with that. We're not having it.
Well, Michael Jackson was on the original, wasn't he? Didn't he play?
Was Diana Ross on? They didn't care who it was.
Wow.
They had Judy Garland and they had their own. No, ease on down the road. You won't be doing what we've already done.
That's real talk right there.
It is. When they lock in, when white folks lock in, they lock in. American Idol, everybody adores, okay? American Idol is nothing but the Apollo with white judges. Let some white boy get up there and sound just like Elvis Presley. Watch white folks' face. Next. They're just not having it. Once they pick somebody that they're into, that's it for them. They don't back off.
I was watching the Kennedy Honors, and now they were doing Bruce Springsteen, so your point is well taken. They honored him forever.
That little old white man was Bruce?
Yeah, that was Bruce Springsteen.
White folks don't age well. I thought it was a little troll up there.
You didn't know that was Bruce Springsteen?
I had no idea. I didn't know who it was. No, once they pass a certain age, you don't recognize them. Look at Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson did a movie with Tina Turner, 30 years ago? 20? Thunderball?
That's right, he did.
Tina Turner looks like she's 12. He looks like her grandfather.
Wow.
When they break, brother.
I hear that.
Yeah, black don't crack, but when white folks break, they're cute up till about 30.
Well, we don't crack, but we lose our minds. Well, some of the folks do.
Oh, sometimes we can lose it. Yeah, that happens because, look what we have to deal with, dude. Look what we have to deal with. Just like recently now, did some little Mexican, didn't she was pregnant and she died over heat. She got heat exposure. She was out there picking grapes or picking something, and she died from the heat. Yeah.
Right.
See, that's why we made the best slaves. Black people, we're strong. The heat. We picked that cotton.
Well, we don't want to go back to slavery.
No, I do. We were much freer then. We had babies, and you want to stay here? And this is truly mental slavery. It's much crueler than physical.
Right, but Obama's in the White House. He's changing that now.
But you see, you sound just like some white man. I'm supposed to be happy because we got one black president. One? I'm not excited. White folks have had 43. Give me 43 black ones, and then I'll get excited.
Yeah, but by then we're going to be. But by then we'll be dead.
It's not about being dead. It's about the reality of it. If we're going to talk reality, let's talk reality. Okay. Why should I get excited? One black president, I'm supposed to be over thrilled? I'm not thrilled. White folks have had 43. And if I get a black vice president, a black everything, then I'll get excited. But until then, I'm not getting excited. Because what goes around comes around. You can have all that, but I can't.
Okay.
It's like you can wear Nikes, but I can't wear them. And if I wear them, I'm supposed to be excited now because you kept them from me. No, it doesn't work that way with me. I'm not impressed. I have white people all the time. You have a black president, so it's one.
Okay.
No big deal to me.
Okay. Well,
I think the kids call it even Steven.
Who would you like to see next?
What?
As president? Next black president?
There won't be any more white presidents.
No. Who would you like to see the next black president?
Yeah, the white presidents, that's played out. That's out.
That's out now.
Gone. Huh?
That's out now.
Because once you vote black, you don't go back. That's just dead. That's dead. Who would I like to see next as the next black president? Well, they're all dead. All the black people I know, yeah.
Colin Powell? No. Chris Rock?
No. That was a movie. Come on. Hell no.
I'm just trying to think. Who else is out there? That's Oprah?
No, please. Oprah's a double agent. Oprah's a danger to us. No. Oprah's Aunt Jemima with a degree. No, we won't be having that.
Wow.
No.
How about yourself?
No, I wouldn't want to be the president. No. If a white man can have a fair trial, we're in big trouble. Well, Richard Pryor was definitely the king of comedy. They say that Mark Twain was the best storyteller, American storyteller. If that's true, then Richard was Dark Twain. That super genius thing. It's just, everyone that I've ever known. I don't do drugs. I never did drugs. And from Jimi Hendrix to what's the little white girl, the Mercedes-Benz girl? What's her name?
Yeah, Janis Joplin.
All of them. And the drug thing seems to be a part of it. It seems to be the yin and the yang. It seems to be a price on it. It seems to be something some contract you sign with the devil. On Marvin's last tour, I call it the Death Tour. I was opening for him when he went out of here, and he was on those drugs, and it was wild. He thought midgets were chasing him. It's just, the biggest drug is reality. You could be on an acid trip. You could be high off marijuana. You get up on that building and jump off. Reality, that drug is there. You fall off, you're going to be dead. That's the first biggest drug, reality. And life's the second one. There's no escaping it. Even in death, you don't escape it. I've read the book, And if any Christian could read that book, they would throw it down. They would know that some demon wrote it. I mean, I understand that things happen in families, and there's a lot of things going on in families that we don't know about. But there's a lot of family secrets which should be kept a secret. And I think this movie's late. I don't think it's innovative. All that stuff went on in slavery. I mean, you can't top slavery. There's no topping it. That's how I look at it. Watch Gone with the Wind. I mean, Precious doesn't top Gone with the Wind. Scarlett was the biggest hoe that you know. I mean, she was sleeping with everybody. She screwed everybody but Mammy, and she might have done that. I mean, Gone with the Wind makes Precious look like a Disney film. I want some positive stuff. I don't, and as a black male in America, we're not actors and actresses, or a black woman. When we play a role, people think that this is a reality show. When Superfly was out, they thought every black man was a pimp. When they go see these films with black people in them, they believe what they see. A white actor, they're acting. You don't think that every white man's Jason or every white man's Psycho in that movie. That's an act. Everyone's looking for someone to approve of them, someone to like them. Everyone wants to be loved. It's a petting club. It's like, no. A human being is a very complicated creature. Mm-hmm. They can go to sleep happy and wake up unhappy, or vice versa. They can go to sleep unhappy and wake up happy. They're unpredictable. Not all that glitters is gold. I mean, wouldn't you think if a person had super fame, super money, that they would be okay? I mean, we all believe that, that's what it takes. If I could just pay my house note, if I could just pay the mortgage, if I could just pay the car note, if I could just take care of my family, if I could, all these wishes, all these things that we want. Why do you think these people that that are famous, that have lots of money, and I mean lots of money, be in a group? Want to be a Scientologist or want to be in some other group? Something's wrong somewhere. Why would you need that?
Right.
So people hide their feelings. I think that people have trouble breathing. I think that people think they're going to be found out, that maybe they're not talented. You think that they are, but they don't think they are. It's your self-esteem, is who you think.
All right, thanks to each and every one of y'all who stuck around to hear my commentary on the back end of what we just heard from Paul Mooney. One of the greatest speakers of all time, like I said in the beginning. Someone, when he does speak, you want to listen to, break it down, and really pay attention to what he says, because he drops jewels each and every time that he speaks. If you're trying to get into the entertainment game, if you're trying to get into Hollywood, music, whatever, listen to what this brother has to say. But that being said, there's a lot of people right now, especially in 2018 and 2019, that make excuses, in particular in the black community, on why we cannot succeed, in particular in black Hollywood. And if we do succeed, it's usually on the strength of what we had to do, how we had to bend down, or what piece of ourselves we had to give up in order to succeed. Now, the greatest lesson that I learned from that, if you don't want the ridicule, if you don't want to take the extra chance, if it's something that you want to do but don't even want to take the chance of going to Hollywood, be independent, man. When it comes to music, when it comes to just entrepreneurship, if you want to get into media, today is the day like no other to do this on your own, to where we don't have to worry about quote-unquote gatekeepers or people stopping us from achieving our dream. Independence is like no other, and that's why I fuck with my man Dame Dash so heavy, because he preaches independence over everything. He doesn't preach getting the most dollar. He preaches financial independence, being your own boss, being able to wake up and make your own moves. And that's the freest way you could possibly be. Take what Mr. Paul Mooney said as a wealth of knowledge, but also understand that nothing can stop us. We are all free and individual minds. We have to stop allowing society and what society throws at us, allowing us to stop achieving our dreams. That's just my 1-2. Y'all leave a comment in the comment section right now. Let me know what y'all think of what y'all just saw from Paul Mooney and what I just said. Also, in the comment section, in the description box, you'll see links to our Twitter, IG, and all the pages that myself, SamAnt, CEO of Viral Hip Hop News, runs. Push Up with SamAnt, SamAnt Uncut, and of course, I'm the co-host of the most underrated podcast on YouTube to date, the Uncensored True Podcast from my brother O God over at Hip Hop News Uncensored. You can check us out on Viral Hip Hop News Uncensored, and of course the Uncensored Truth official channel. All three of those platforms being on YouTube. If you want to hear the audio version, check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets to hear the raw, uncut version of the Uncensored True Podcast for your listening pleasure. We appreciate each and every one of y'all support. Always trying to keep it raw, real, uncut here at Raw Hip Hop News. Until next time, until next story, I sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.